Hi, my name is Todd Melman. I'm the owner of Reef Systems Coral Farm in New Albany, Ohio, just outside Columbus, Ohio. I've been in the industry/hobby for 25 years, and our main focus is on educating customers and supporting companies that support us. Here at Reef Systems Coral Farm, our focus is basically on propagating animals that we already have, offering clean, healthy corals that I've literally been growing for 20 plus years, and being able to offer these clean, healthy animals, non-wild caught species to our customers. It takes out a lot of issues with trying to figure out problems that customers are having, giving them more healthy and durable animals that are used to this captivity. It sounds kind of ridiculous, but there is no doubt that my animals that I've had for 15 or 20 years will outgrow and last most wild specimens. But disease is a big problem that most people don't understand, especially with all these SPS. You're not going to see this many SPS at a lot of stores because they're constantly bringing in animals, and they can do whatever they want to do with dipping the animals, cleaning the animals. Unfortunately, a lot of times it takes months before people realize that they have a problem. By then it's too late. The parasites are laying eggs. You cannot clean a coral, clean the eggs from the coral because they're protected. And so a lot of people don't understand this. So they get a specimen, a wild specimen, they throw in their tank. The eggs hatch out. They don't realize for months they have an issue, and then they start losing all their prized possessions. So here, what we do is we actually, if we do bring a lot of the wild animals in, they're separated in specific tanks. And if we trade with hobbyists, which we do often, those are also put into quarantine, and they're put into quarantine for months before they're even offered to our customers or retail customers or our online sales. So this is the greenhouse facility. It's about 40 by 40. We've been operating here for about 12 years now, and there's always work to be done, but we're slowly getting production up and trying to produce more and more. So we take cuttings from, like for instance, if you look down here, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it because of the lighting and everything else, but there's large candy canes that have been out here for like 2 or 3 years, and we just constantly keep cutting them up. There's pieces down there. We house clams out here. We usually have 200 or so clams at any one time, and we're not just bringing clams in and selling them. We keep them and quarantine them. That's about the only thing out here that we're not constantly reproducing. It's basically corals that I've had for years, or corals that came out of our service clients. We call those our satellite grow out tanks, where we trade our customers corals to get some of our corals back from them. All of our quarantine fish that have made it through the quarantine practice from a month and a half to 2 to 3 months, they're out here. And so we sell them out of the tanks out above the vats and whatnot. None of the systems have filtration whatsoever. So they're all live rock. And we have live rock in the system. That's the primary biological. And we don't even use filter stocks in the systems. They're just 100% natural. The biggest thing for me though is in 12 years of running my business, we have never brought in wild live rock from the ocean. So there's no, it's sustainable. So what we do is we use this rock, basically collected from the Florida Keys, stuff like this, and this becomes our live rock. So we culture the rock, we put it in our systems, we sell it, and it's sustainable, so we don't have to worry about destroying habitat in the ocean, and a lot of the disease and parasites that come along with it.
So these vats, I'm assuming they are as deep as this.
Yeah, pretty much. They're about, I'd say 40 inches or so deep, 4 feet wide, 14 feet long.
So how many gallons?
They come out to being close to 2,000 with the subs in the back. So we have live rock in the back room, and we sell that live rock. We also have rock inside the system, so we culture it in here, and then we remove it and put it in the back room. But yeah, that's pretty much it. The nice thing about the rock is that it's cultured here, so it's a little bit cleaner. It's not full as full of pests and parasites. We have all the same issues that a lot of people do with like aptasia and bubble algae, but the biggest key to buying our rock is it's in our systems that we actually grow our corals in. Any store, they don't want to do this because when they bring live rock in, they're having to cure the live rock, basically get all the death that occurred when they shipped it from Bali or Fiji, no longer Fiji, but when they get this rock in, it's polluted, so they have to clean it and they have to keep it separated from their animals. We don't have to do that. We actually culture it in our system. It's actually on our system. That means there's no nitrates, there's no phosphates, the chemistry is right, you're not buying somebody else's problems, but we're focused on trying to get healthy, clean fish to our customers. This system here is where we bring in all the wild fish. So the last shipment came in at 3/12/19, so March 12th, so that's over a month ago. If we keep them for more than a month, and the fish are clean, usually about a month and a half, then we move them outside and those fish are now clean and healthy. We can scope the fish to make sure that they don't have any disease or parasites. But the fish that end up in these systems, what ends up happening is these are what we focus on trying to quarantine. So all these fish have been in here, and a customer could come in here, and if they want a clean, healthy fish, they basically pay us whatever the price of the fish is, plus 20% to quarantine the fish for them. And that will usually be in these systems a month and a half, 2 months, as long as even 3 months, until we feel like the fish are clean and healthy. We do not want to be the store that's responsible for destroying, people's fish that they've had for years. We do actually find out that a lot of times having people set up their own quarantine system, not having the education to understand what their disease is that they're dealing with, these people end up losing more fish, spending more money, so we decided to go this route and try to help our customers. The biggest complaint we have about our quarantine fish is that it takes too long. These systems over here, so all these fish, including the yellow tangs that come from rising tides, those are all from Custom Aquariums, and we keep these separate. These are clean fish. We only keep their fish in here. We do not mix them with anything. This is all ORA, Ocean Reefs and Aquariums, out of Florida. These are all their fish. These are also clean, healthy fish. Anytime I have an opportunity to support a company that is propagating and raising fish, I'm going to do it. So we got involved with Custom Aquariums about 3 years ago. I was looking for tank manufacturers. We do a lot of custom builds, a lot of custom installations. We have a service account business, and trying to find a tank builder that could build us something that we want for our service clients that will last a long time, because having the company since 1999, we can't support companies where the tanks have leaks or issues with them. So trusting a company like Custom Aquariums has made it a lot easier to set up tanks in people's homes and not have any worries. So this is the 180 that we bought about 3 years ago, I believe. When you come in the shop, like this tank, for instance, it's at this height because it's viewing. So a lot of the stands come shorter. So we wanted to be able to view it standing up. Nobody's sitting down. If you're sitting down, it's not going to look good. So we had them custom build it for the height that we wanted. And then we also had ultra clear glass in the front. You could have it done wherever you want. You could have it all 3 sides. You could have all 4 sides if you like. We had the front, and I believe the side panel is done. You could have the H2 overflows and the stealth box put on however you want. Well, we wanted to put it up against the wall, but we also wanted to showcase it so people understand what this box is for. The biggest selling point to this is the fact that this tank does not have corner overflows in it, which take up a lot of space. This is actually set up very clean, and it's easy to use. You just basically plumb in, and again, we did it all to show everybody, and just ran it down through the side, which, in the typical home, they may not do that, but we did it just to be able to show everybody how it's functioning. If it was hidden behind, nobody would even know they were there. So now we can actually purchase the seamless sumps and actually put them right through the door openings and just arrange them exactly the way we want. And they have bubble traps in them, filter sock holders. It's a nice little setup, but a lot of people don't realize because it's not on full display. We have to show the customer. So yeah, so this is actually another, a lot of people love the rimless style tank, and so we thought this would be great for showcasing like more propagated corals. So 95% of the animals in here are stuff that we raised here at the farm, and then our frags become mother colonies, and we just keep on fragging over and over again. But this also has the H2 overflow and the stealth box system on it. We have a little bit bigger. Also, we have koi out here. That's another part of our business where we bring in Japanese koi. We bring them into our facility into warmer water so that we don't have to worry about KHV. If we have KHV, which is a virus that's really prevalent right now, that we can safely sell our fish to customers and not destroy all their precious animals. Then we also breed koi, which is not much left from last season, but these are our baby fish from last year. There's also a bunch outside. So this is another big focus for us, is kind of the off season in the summertime. We focus on freshwater koi, breeding and raising them, and trying to do it from Japanese bloodline. A lot of people don't realize that we actually do a lot of custom ordering for people. People come in the shop, they see the corals, they talk to employees, they don't see a lot of aquariums on hand. However, we do actually have a couple of custom aquariums. We have a 250-gallon lick down, we have a 180 set up at the shop to show people the quality of the tanks compared to all the other tanks at the shop. If you're interested in more information, shoot us an email, come down to the shop, take a look at the tanks for yourself, and we can help you find the tank that you need.